Hello guys, and welcome to a new Sea Power video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I wanted to jump into the official campaign made by the developers. So there's now a campaign here in the Campaigns tab, Calculus of Conflict. Set during a tense standoff between NATO and the USSR, Calculus of Conflict explores the air-naval struggle across the Atlantic and North Pacific. From covert submarine surveillance to high-stakes surface action near the GI-UK gap, players must manage escalation in a rapidly deteriorating geopolitical crisis. So we'll jump on in, and the plan is to play through all of the missions in this campaign, just like I've done with the workshop campaigns in the past. And there's a lot more to these campaigns that the developers have added, a lot more background, which is really, really interesting. So we'll be going through that as it loads up. So here we are, verse 1, going to be a news article. Exposition news. Moscow withdraws from the missile treaty. Kremlin calls pact a strategic trap. NATO officials alarmed. Soviet bombers push limits in North Sea airspace. Feel free to pause and read these if you would like. Tensions rise at sea. World news. Soviet warships collide with US Navy in Black Sea. US claims innocent transit. Pentagon calls maneuver deliberate and dangerous. US ships rerouted. Soviets conduct nuclear missile tests. And we have a CIA document. Secret document. Let's read the summary. Recent intelligence assessments indicate a high likelihood of increased hostilities between NATO and Soviet forces in the coming weeks. This conclusion is based on a convergence of signals, including elevated Soviet naval readiness in the Arctic, aggressive air patrols probing NATO airspace, and the Kremlin's abrupt withdrawal from the INF Treaty. As political dialogue deteriorates and military posturing intensifies, the risk of miscalculation or unintended engagement is rapidly rising. And here we have part 1, Operation Shadow Calculus of Conflict campaign. Let's go. Yeah, I love the sort of background that they've included in between these missions. Very cool. All right, we've got a proper briefing here. USNS Cape Girardeau. I'm going to absolutely butcher that name. Okay. Situation. Amidst increased tensions between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, USSR naval activities in the Barents Sea has increased markedly in the last few weeks. NATO forces have been assigned to monitor their activity and gather intelligence data. The USNS Cape Girardeau has been fitted with an advanced SIGINT and listing equipment and is staging out of Kirkenes monitoring Soviet communications. 2 Norwegian submarines have been ordered to patrol the area to monitor as well. We anticipate USSR surface forces being present in the area to attempt to deter NATO operations. Alrighty. So our mission is to loiter in the patrol zone and monitor USSR naval activity. Remain covert and undetected. Be prepared to exit the area at short notice. The enemy UB is 1 Udali class destroyer. Is that 2 Sovereign class destroyers and 3 Cresta class cruisers, or is that just 1 of each? Because I think it's 4.1.1. Yeah, so I think that's just 1 of each. And then we've got the friendly UB, which is our 2 submarines and the USNS. Alrighty, let's go. And here we are with Orthog. So with the recent rise in tensions between NATO and the USSR, Soviet forces have begun operating more aggressively in the Barents Sea. 2 Norwegian submarines have been assigned to patrol the area and monitor Soviet naval activity, remain inside the marked patrol area, monitor for surface and submarine contacts, and await further orders. At least 1 of your submarines must survive. Alrighty. So we are currently moving at 2 knots. We are, I assume, above layer. because we probably wouldn't see these guys otherwise. Let's just check what we've got in terms of information. Nothing specific at the moment. Now, there is an argument to be made that we could go up to periscope depth. So I'm kind of tempted to do that. Oh, okay, one of them already is. Right. Let's just make sure we're heading nice and slow so we don't create too much of a wake as we put the periscope up. I mean, we could even stop altogether, to be honest.
I'll stop. Maneuvering aye.
And then we'll pop up the snorkel, might as well, so that we can get some more fuel, I guess. It's like air, basically. It's like increases the range at which we can move. Like at the moment, we can't see our range, actually. Maybe it doesn't show unless we're underwater. I will pop up the ESR mast, and we'll pop up the periscope. And we'll see if we can see anything. That says that's a merchant. That's got it as a Nox class. We don't want to pop on our active sonar, that will give us away. Same with the radar mast. What have we got for weapons? We've got 6 TP612s, 9.7 nautical mile range, 40 knots speed. A heavyweight wire-guided torpedo with no seeker. Okay. As long as we don't make any ridiculous maneuvers, we can probably change target. We'll start moving a little bit here.
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering aye.
And we'll speed up the game a little bit. The thing is with submarine operations is they're always very slow.
New air. Contact detected.
Some form of helicopter hanging about.
New intel message received.
Alright. Flash message. Personal for Commander. Skipper, at time 9:30 local, the USNS Cape Girardeau has a US auxiliary in the area was boarded and seized by USSR vessels shadowing her. According to high-level sources in the Kremlin, the crew attempted to stop the boarding and were killed in an exchange of gunfire. The US views this seizure as a hostile act and tantamount to a declaration of war invoking Article 5. You have been ordered to respond immediately. Eliminate all USSR surface forces. Do not damage or destroy the USNS Cape Girardeau. Special Ops forces are en route to recapture her. So our mission is now to locate the USSR SAG and sink all USSR vessels. Execute at our discretion. No change in OOBs. Okay. So, initial assessment assesses that this action was conducted by a rogue aggressive commander in charge of the USSR SAG. Intel further assesses that there are no additional USSR forces. Right, so this is probably a hostile helicopter, so we should probably get this down and head to below layer. And you, are you still above layer? Okay, and we're gonna start turning.
Contact faded. Track 7004.
We're gonna come up alongside whatever this is. It's certainly not a Nox class, we know that much. But if it's semi-large, it's probably going to be... What was the trying to think of the ships they were with. It could also be... It's technically a merchant, but is that going to be the objective, actually? We're going to have to identify these anyway. figure it out as we go. Let's just speed things up again. Hopefully that helicopter doesn't get an idea of where we are.
Turn to course 080. Hell my.
I haven't really been warned of any submarines, so I'm not that concerned about it. We're just going to keep drifting. All of the contacts are heading towards us at the moment, so we'll have opportunity. No need for us to really change course anymore, unless it's to maybe get out of the way. Probably speed this up even more. Time dilation in this game is actually pretty good now. Been a lot of updates. If this is your first time coming back to CPAV for a long time, the game is very, very well optimized now compared to what it started with. So it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't touched it for a while, or if you've been maybe keeping an eye on it for a little while and you were thinking of picking it up.
Warship track 7007 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Alright, so we've got a merchant there. There's a merchant here. This is likely hostile. I want to figure out what this is coming into the monitoring area. Okay, so we've identified that as the Cresta.
Track 7006 is classified. Hostile warship.
I'm going to head up to above layer so that we have a better chance of identifying this vessel, although it looks like merchant.
New surface contact detected.
I will have to be careful because I'm providing quite a large cross-section if they turn on their active sonars.
Track 7008 is classified. Hostile merchant. New surface contact detected.
Okay, so it seems like we have all three contacts on radar. This is likely to be the third vessel. So there's the Cresta, Sovremeni, Udoloi, I assume at the back. This is probably just a random merchant, like this one and this one. I assume this is going to be a merchant as well. So we'll keep kind of slowly getting into position. I kind of want to get out the way because their forward-facing sonars, as I mentioned, will spot us. We'll go below layer, or maybe even deep, and then speed up a little bit. We'll try and avoid cavitation and move out the way.
Contact faded. Track 7009. Turn to course 088. Hell my.
Let's just do like
maneuvering eye.
a head flank.
Contact faded.
Make sure we're not
Track
cavitating again.
7006. Turn to course 06.
We have to be careful of air here.
Ahead 1/3.
You can see the faster we're going, the more we use up the air. Which is why I was like, assuming that the periscope's giving us, or the snorkel's giving us fuel. It's not really. I think it's just like recharging us. I can't remember exactly how it works.
048. Hell my. Turn to course 051. Hell my. Turn to course 057. Hell my. New surface contact detected.
Okay. So I think what we're going to have to do
Turn to course. 0.
is
Turn to course. 0, 3, 6. Hell my.
sort of creep along, wait for them to get close. We'll pop the Cresta with a Zera, and Uthar can hit the rear 2 vessels.
Turn to course. 0, 2, 3. Hell my. Turn to course. 0, 3, 1. Hell my. Contact faded. Track 7, 0, 1, 1.
And we're just shifting the speed forwards. Make sure we come across.
7, 0. Turn to course. Turn to course. 0, 8, 4. Hell my.
We're gonna have basically one shot here before they start reacting.
New surface contact.
We've got to get this right. Leave them little room to maneuver. Like sneaking up on them, we can see them over there. Look at that, on top of the water. Very cool indeed. Sneaking up on them. I want this submarine to be like off the side of the Cresta, because if we fire the torpedoes of Uthag, these, and then we fire these at the same time, these are going to launch out the front, so I kind of want to be hitting them from the side. I'm not sure if like how quickly these can turn. I assume maybe it doesn't even matter, because the anti-submarine torpedo rocket things are going to be able to turn quick enough to get in the water anyway. Alright, let's speed things up.
Track 7012 is classified.
Alright, this might be the moment of truth. Alright, let's launch 2. What are the tubes like here? Need to work that one out. Okay.
Engaging track 700.
Watch those torpedoes go.
Track 7005.
Very cool. We got to wire guide them in, so I'm just gonna single shot
Engaging track 701.
2 of these.
Engage track 7012.
If I can fire 2 more, that would be great.
Engaging track 70. Engage. Whip it away. Track 7012.
Alright, wonderful.
Contact faded. Track 7008.
Going to keep drifting, although I'm probably gonna speed this up a little bit.
Ahead 2/3. Maneuvering aye. Ahead 2/3. Maneuvering aye.
Truth is, they're not gonna have much time to react. These torpedoes are moving pretty quick. They are wire guided, so this should be pretty clean. These ships, they're moving 12 knots, 12.8 knots, 12.8 knots. They're coming in at 40 knots with these torpedoes. They haven't reacted yet. So it seems like we got into the right position. Thing is, the torpedoes coming in from the angle here are actually somewhat being masked by the merchant in the middle from the Udaloi, which is probably the most likely to spot torpedoes. Yeah, the Sovereign is optimized for anti-ship. And I'm pretty sure the Udaloi is ASW. What I should remember to do is deactivate some of my mods. But I'm not sure if that will now affect the campaign, so I've got to be careful about that. Shouldn't do, because all the missions are separate. No reaction as of yet. They're getting very close. If we manage to hit these without them even defending themselves, this is going to be crazy. It'll be like probably the most perfect submarine operation I've ever done. Oh. Okay, they saw it. Too late though.
Hit track 7,
Very nice.
0,
Bonk
5.
and bonk. That is a nasty hole. Come to a full stop.
Track 7005.
Pretty well timed on both sides. Taking on water. Ah, there it goes. It has sunk. Effect on target. Let's see if we can do the same here to the Sovereign. Has it sped up? It actually hasn't sped up. Oh, but there we go. It's in them. I think it just set itself on fire.
Hit track
It just misfired completely.
0.
Well, that's one hit. A pretty big hole. Oh, there it is. Boom.
Contact faded. Track 701.
Straight out of there. So another one. Another one bites the dust. Look at that. What a beautiful view. Work well done. Rest of there going down. Sovereign out for the count. Udaloi. See if it can defend itself. It's probably the most well equipped. Like it missed the mark though. It is speeding up. It's trying to evade. No chance.
Track 7,
Perfect
0,
hits.
1, 2.
And again. Oh, that's nasty. Very nice.
Contact faded. Track 7, 0, 1, 2.
And now we just got to see if she sinks. Didn't take long, I imagine. Looks like the merchant ship is perfectly fine, which is all well and good. With the Udaloy out of action, the Special Forces will be able to take her back. There it is. Job done. Good work, Commander. Fall back towards the GR-UK gap and await further orders. Your mission to shadow the USSR forces in the balance is scrubbed. Prepare your crew and boat for all-out hostilities with the Warsaw Pact. Extremely successful. I'm normally awful at submarine operations, so I think that went pretty well. We kept it quiet, we got into the right positions, and we got the job done. So, very nice indeed. 1000% efficiency. That will take us on to the next operation, which is war. War! And Operation Revenge. This is a Soviet mission. Interesting. Well, we'll have to wait till next time to see how that goes, because that's all I've got time for. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.